Hey, this is Corey from Wolfpack Woodcraft, and today we're talking about life hacks. Any procedure or action that solves a problem, simplifies a task, reduces frustration in anyone's everyday life. So this book is just full of a bunch of life hacks, and it's numbered, so each hack is numbered, and it's just a book full of, let's see here, it's full of, should have better prepared for this video. 900 is full of 1,000 life hacks. The last one is, if you're having trouble with a math problem, plug the equation into wolframalpha.com and it will solve it for you. I did not know that. But this is a book just full of little tips and tricks like that. Sorry I wrecked the ending for you. But it's broke up into chapters, which I really like, because each chapter is based on something that you either care about or you don't. So you can either skip the whole chapter, or if it's a chapter you're really intrigued, you can start with that chapter. And so the chapters are technology, food and drink, health and fitness, cures and solution, money savers, life tips, survival, party hacks, around the house, school, and then the index. And so again, you can go through, and if you're not in school anymore, you can skip the school hacks. But I saved a page here. And so one of the things, like party, you might not care about the party section, but there's still valuable information in there. So like the solo cups, the red solo cups that we all have used in our lives at some point, probably still use. Those markings stand for something, which I did not know that until I read this book. So the first line is the 1 ounce for liquor. The next one is 5 ounces for wine. And the next one is 12 ounces for beer. And so with a red solo cup, and you can use those for other things. And so if you need 17 ounces of water or 16 ounces of water, you can do 12 and 4 ones, or if 12 and 5 is 17, but if that's close enough. Right? So you can use a red solo cup for measuring different liquids, or anything really. But those, knowing that, you could easily get to 32 ounces, 12 ounces, 16 ounces, 8 ounces, whatever you need for mountain house meals, for rehydrating different foods, for doing different things. A red solo cup could come in really handy. It's a measuring tool, right? It's not just a piece of garbage that you found lying around. You can use that as a measuring device. And so I really find that useful. And so that's in the party section. So again, it might not be it's a section that you might have skipped, but I don't recommend skipping it. Same with the school. There's a lot of the stuff is school related, and so it's based on that. But like 10 ways to increase your brain power, that might be useful to everyone, not just people that are in school. And so keep that in mind. Just because the chapter is based on something you might not be interested in, there's still good information in here. So, time spent. Was it worth the time spent reading? To be completely transparent, I did not read this cover to cover. I read it just like I was reading it to you now. I'd open it up, read the 2 pages of little hacks, and then I might go, so here, this is actually how to avoid rotten eggs. Put them in water. If they float, they float. They're very old, fresh, 1 week old, stale, 2 to 3 weeks old. Putting them in water, it shows you how to tell if your eggs are fresh. That's handy information. I'm glad that I saw that, right? And so that's how I did that. The whole time I would open it up and I would just read whatever I saw. And there is a lot of helpful things in here. Easy to read, easy to pick up and get into, very much so. Like I said, I usually read both pages. I'll open it up and I'll read both, but you could easily read one, and there's 1,000 of them. So if you read one a day for 1,000 days, or however you want to do it, read a couple a day, read 10 a day for 100 days. It doesn't matter. You can do it however you want to do it. It's very easy to read, very easy to get into. What I learned worth the time spent? Sometimes. Like the egg thing that we just learned, that's helpful. Like, I'm glad that I learned that. Some of the other things, like how to know where to stop when parking in your garage. You hang a ball, right? I don't park in a garage, so that doesn't help me any, but maybe it'll help you guys. And there's a lot of information like that where it's not helpful for me, but my parents hang a ball from their rafters in the garage so that they don't hit, because they have shelving and toys and stuff in the front, and they don't want to hit them with their bumper of their car, so they have balls. Not from this book, but that's just something that they've done there since I was a little kid. And so there's stuff in here for everyone. Some of it might not be for you, but some of it is very helpful. Enjoy having, happy to add to the collection, very much so. This is an end table book. Whenever somebody comes over, they always pick it up and choose something, and then we read about it, and we usually talk about it. It's a good conversation starter, and so very good. I'm really glad that I have it. Aesthetics, Nature, and Appreciation of Beauty. It's a good book. It's got a lot of pictures on it. I just saw a picture here. So even like this, how to collect water. So this is from the survival chapter. And so the pictures show you exactly what it is. Everything's labeled. It shows you exactly what it is they're talking about. There's enough pictures on here to using a microwave. I shouldn't give away all their hacks, but putting 2 bowls in a microwave. There's a lot of really good stuff in this book, and hopefully I don't get copyright strikes from showing you guys some of their tricks, but I really do like this book. So I am going to give this one a 7 out of 10. I'm happy to have it. It's a really good book. It's not one that I would suggest. I don't think everybody needs it. I don't think that a lot of people will find a lot of value from it, but it is a good conversation piece. It is something that is fun to read. That's fun to learn the different things. There's a lot in here where you're like, I never thought about that, but it doesn't pertain to you. And then there's other things like that egg thing that we found together. Like, I'm going to try that. If I have eggs that are in question, I'll just put them in a bowl of water, and then I'll reference this book to if they're good or not. And so, with that being said, in that comment section down below, tell me what you think. Is this a book that you'd be interested in? And let's start a conversation. I did that with last week's video. So, learning from your mistakes is wise, but learning from the mistakes of others is quicker and easier. What do you think of that? Leave it in the comment section down below. Let's get a conversation started. And I can't wait to see you on my next video.